Picture this. You're standing in the cruise buffet line, stomach growling, vacation vibes in full swing. The guy in front of you just used the same tongs to grab shrimp that he used for the Caesar salad. The woman behind you is piling her plate, so high, it looks like she's prepping for hibernation. And somewhere across the dining room, a family just lost their table because they left their phones to save their spot while getting seconds. Welcome to the cruise buffet, where common sense goes to die, and where one wrong move can turn your dream meal into a vacation nightmare. I've been on more than 40 cruises, and I've seen it all. The good, the bad, and the downright cringeworthy. So today, we're covering 14 cruise buffet mistakes that'll make you look like a rookie, annoy your fellow passengers, or worse, get you in trouble with the crew. Trust me, after watching this, you'll navigate that buffet like the seasoned cruiser you're meant to be. Let's dive in before someone else makes these mistakes right in front of you. The embarkation day feeding frenzy. Here's your first rookie mistake: hitting the buffet the moment you step on board. I get it. You're excited, you skipped lunch to make your flight, and that Windjammer or Garden Cafe is calling your name. But here's what you'll find: chaos. Pure, unadulterated chaos. Picture 3,000 hungry passengers, half of them dragging carry-ons, all trying to squeeze into the same space at the exact same time. Kids are crying, adults are cranky, and there's not a free table in sight. You'll spend more time standing with your tray than actually eating. Here's what I do instead. Check if the main dining room is open for lunch. It usually is, and it's about 10 times quieter. Or grab a slice at the pizza station, hit the pool grill, or even splurge on that first day specialty dining discount. One cruise, I discovered. They were offering 50% off the steakhouse for embarkation day only. Best decision I made that entire week. Save the buffet for day 2 when everyone's settled in and you can actually enjoy the experience. The Leaning Tower of Food. Look, I know it's technically all you can eat, but that doesn't mean it all has to fit on one plate. I've watched people create architectural marvels with their food. Shrimp cocktail as the foundation, mac and cheese as mortar, and a precarious tower of fried chicken threatening to topple at any moment. Here's the thing. You look ridiculous, and you're probably wasting food. Take smaller portions, taste everything you want, then go back for the winners. The buffet isn't going anywhere, and neither are you. Well, hopefully not. I learned this lesson the hard way on a Mediterranean cruise. I loaded up my plate like I was feeding a small village, sat down, and realized I couldn't finish half of it. Meanwhile, the couple at the next table made 3 trips and enjoyed every single bite. They had the right idea. The hand sanitizer dodgers. This should be obvious, but apparently it's not. Those hand sanitizer stations aren't decorative. They're not suggestions. They're your first line of defense against spending your cruise in your cabin for all the wrong reasons. I've watched people walk right past them, grab the serving spoons with their bare hands, then wonder why they're feeling queasy by day 3. Look, buffets mean shared utensils, shared surfaces, and unfortunately, shared germs from people who clearly missed that memo. Always sanitize before you start serving. And while we're at it, don't use your fingers to grab anything. Don't lick the spoon and put it back. And definitely don't let your kids treat the sneeze guard like a jungle gym. The one-side wonder. Here's a secret that'll change your buffet game forever. Walk the entire buffet before you commit to anything. That seemingly identical setup on both sides? It's probably not identical at all. I discovered this by accident on a Royal Caribbean cruise. I'd been getting the same boring salad from the left side for 3 days. On day 4, I decided to explore the right side and found a full taco bar, made-to-order stir-fry, and a sushi section I never knew existed. I felt like I'd been cruising wrong my entire life. Some ships hide the good stuff in corners or separate sections. That Asian cuisine station might be tucked away where you'd never think to look. Do a full lap, scout your options, then make your move. The allergy assumption. If you have food allergies, listen carefully. The buffet can be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on how you handle it. The good news is cruise lines are actually pretty accommodating. The bad news is you have to speak up, and you have to do it right. Don't just ask the server with 6 trays balanced on their arm. Find a manager or supervisor. Tell them about your allergies before you sail, not after you're already in the buffet line feeling hungry and overwhelmed. Cross-contamination is real. That serving spoon that just touched the shrimp might be the same one someone used for the garlic bread. When in doubt, Ask for a fresh utensil or have them serve you directly from the kitchen. I watched a woman have a serious reaction on a Caribbean cruise because she assumed the vegetarian pasta was safe, not realizing it had been prepared in the same pan as the seafood linguine. Don't assume, ask. The carnivore's tunnel vision. Yes, there's bacon. Yes, there's prime rib. Yes, there are enough carbs to power a small city. But here's the thing, cruise buffets also have some surprisingly good healthy options, and your digestive system will thank you for finding them. I'm not saying you need to eat kale and quinoa for 7 days straight. This is vacation after all. But if your goal is to not need stretchy pants by the time you disembark, balance is your friend. Most ships have grilled vegetables, fresh fruit that's actually fresh, and salads with more personality than iceberg. Lettuce and cherry tomatoes. On my last Norwegian cruise, I discovered they were making fresh poke bowls to order. Game changer. The buffet barbarian. Let's talk etiquette for a hot minute. I shouldn't have to explain this, but apparently, some people need a refresher on how to behave in public spaces with 3,000 of their closest strangers. Don't cut in line. Don't hover over people's shoulders while they're deciding between the chicken and the fish. Don't make the cruise life harder by leaving a disaster zone at every station you visit. And for the love of all that's holy, get a clean plate when you go back for seconds. This isn't your college cafeteria. Act like the adult you theoretically are. Oh, and if you're camping out at a prime table during peak lunch rush while others are circling like hungry sharks looking for a seat, maybe consider wrapping up that third round of dessert. Just a thought. The rush hour rookie. Timing is everything in the cruise buffet world. Show up at noon for lunch, and you'll be waiting in line longer than you waited to board the ship. But show up at 11:30 or 1:30, and you'll have the place practically to yourself. Same goes for dinner. Everyone hits the buffet at 6 Byrays, because that's dinner time in the real world. But on a cruise ship, 5:30 or 8 Bymer will give you a completely different experience. Shorter lines, more relaxed atmosphere, and you might actually find a table with a view. I learned this accidentally on a Baltic cruise when I overslept and stumbled into the buffet at 1:45 for lunch. It was like having a private dining room. The crew was more relaxed, the food was fresher because they'd just restocked, and I could actually have a conversation without shouting over the crowd. The speed eater. Slow down there, champ. This isn't a drive-through. You're not racing to catch a connecting flight. You're on vacation, remember? I've watched people inhale their meals in 7 minutes flat, then wonder why they feel terrible and need a nap. You came here to enjoy yourself, not to set land speed records for food consumption. Take your time, chew your food, actually taste what you're eating, and maybe do a little people watching while you're at it. It's half the entertainment on a cruise ship. The swimsuit fashionista. I hate to be the fashion police, but your wet swimsuit and flip-flops aren't exactly buffet-appropriate attire. Most cruise lines ask for at least a cover-up or t-shirt before you enter the dining areas. Look, I get it. You just came from the pool deck, you're hungry, and putting on real clothes feels like way too much effort. But dripping through the buffet line like a soggy golden retriever isn't doing anyone any favors, least of all you. Throw on a cover-up, dry off, and then dig in. Your fellow diners will appreciate it, and you won't spend your meal feeling like a walking puddle. The dessert denier. This might be the biggest mistake of all. Walking past the dessert station because you think you're being good. Listen, cruise calories don't count. That's not scientifically proven, but it should be. If you see something that looks amazing, take it. The worst case scenario is you don't finish it. The best case scenario is you discover a chocolate lava cake that becomes the highlight of your entire cruise. I once skipped dessert for 3 straight days on a celebrity cruise because I was trying to be sensible. On day 4, I caved and tried the tiramisu. It was so good I went back for seconds, and I've regretted not trying it sooner ever since. The drink disaster. Here's a rookie move that'll have you doing the walk of shame through the buffet, loading up your plate with food, finding the perfect table, sitting down, and then realizing your mouth is drier than a desert in August. Always grab your drink. First, water, iced tea, coffee, whatever keeps you hydrated and happy. A meal without a drink is like a cruise without a towel animal. Technically possible, but deeply disappointing. The territorial table tender. You want seconds, but you don't want to lose your prime real estate. So you leave your purse, phone, sunglasses, and half your worldly possessions scattered across the table, like you're marking your territory. Here's the reality check. Most people, are honest, but not everyone is, and buffets can get chaotic. If you're traveling solo, ask a crew member to keep an eye on your spot, or better yet, take your valuables with you. If you're with someone, tag team your buffet adventures. Your phone doesn't need to guard your table. It's not a trained attack chihuahua. The buffet GPS failure. You entered on one side, explored every station, loaded up your plate, and now you're standing there looking around like a lost tourist. Where exactly is your table again? Cruise ship buffets can feel like food labyrinths, especially after your third trip to the carving station. Here's your survival strategy. Pay attention to landmarks. Are you sitting near the soup station? The ice cream machine? The guy who won't stop talking about how much lobster he ate last night? Use your surroundings as navigation points. And if you do get completely turned around, hey, maybe you'll discover a dessert section you missed on your first lap. So there, you have it. 14 ways to avoid looking like a cruise buffet rookie and actually enjoy your floating feast. The truth is, most of these mistakes are easy to avoid once you know what to look for. It's all about being aware of your surroundings, respectful of your fellow passengers, and smart about how you navigate ship life. The cruise buffet can be one of the highlights of your vacation. Unlimited food, incredible variety, and the freedom to eat whenever you want. Just don't let these common mistakes turn your dream meal into a vacation nightmare. Now I want to hear from you. What's the most cringe-worthy buffet behavior you've witnessed on a cruise? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more cruise tips that'll make your next vacation even better. Trust me, there's a lot more where this came from.